Hello and welcome to Rolling the Robsons. Today we're going to look around a Swift Grande 655 Caravan. Now you might be wondering, why are we looking at a 2019 Caravan when the new 2020s came out? Well, just because it's one of the caravans that I've always seen online and I've always really liked. The price is quite high. It is on at £34,900, so best part of £35,000. I would guess at this time of year there's some deals to be done because they're getting the new 2020 stock in and this isn't actually being continued. So it is, as you can see from the back there, it is raining, so we're going to take some pictures of the outside and talk about them in a minute. But let's have a look around the Swift 655 Grande and what do you get for your money. And actually I think Swift need to be commended because this van inside is absolutely gorgeous. And the other thing is that even though it is that 35,000, you do notice some of the details that you get on this kind of caravan than you might not notice on the budget caravans. And lastly, there is no wood at all in this caravan, so even if it were to leak, you're not going to get any major issues because the floor itself is even not wood, it is a composite material. So we're going to start off on the inside, take some pictures outside and show you around the Swift and what we like about it. So starting off here at the door, we've got the Swift Command Centre, which can also be linked in with your phone. So straight away that's something that you wouldn't see on some of the budget entry. You can also see here it has all-day wet central heating, which normally adds about £4,000 or £5,000 to a caravan anyway. So this is a great caravan for all year round because you can use it in the winter and even if it gets quite cold, you've got your central heating. As standard, we've got a fire alarm and we've got a carbon monoxide. It actually has a one-piece door with windowing and a bin at the bottom. There's a switch here. The switch is obviously for the awning light. And then we come to one of the main features of the van, and that is that it has an L-shaped wrap-around lounge. And not only does it wrap around there, it wraps around behind us as well, and we'll look at that in a minute. So we've got an L-shaped lounge. It also comes with this kind of poofy or little stool as well. This is ideally where you'd put your telly. So there's a space here, and if even, again, to keep those cables nice and tidy, we have a space here to put the cables through. So just sitting on that lovely seat now, and it is really comfy. So underneath, we've got covered space on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side as well. Again, don't know if you can quite see in there, but inside we have the 12 volt, we have the satellite and aerial, and we also have a 220 volt socket for your TV. And if that wasn't enough, on this side we've got a 240, we've got space to plug something for the radio, and we've got some 12 volts, so looking really good so far. The amount of kind of little touches that you probably maybe don't realise, or when you're looking around, is really good as well. So not only do we have the lights in here that are quite different, we also have a light up here as well, and we have round the front the 3 windows, which are massive because it's 8 foot. The space is really good, and we also have the sky light or the roof light, and then a height gate as well. Again, some really nice material. So even though, again, this is where the money's going, you've got soft touch at the front here, and we've got this nice wrap around seating. So on the far side, there is a little cupboard here, positive catch, which is always good. Again, another cupboard here to put bits and pieces in. We've got a shelf in there. We have dimmable, so we also have some dimmable lights in here as well. So again, it's a quick wrap around. Top of here, again, same sort of thing. A little cubby hole here, which has been nicely covered. Really loving the gloss there. It's kind of fantastic. Got that wood grain, but it's quite well protected by the gloss on top. And another cupboard on this side, which also has the radio control there for the Sergeant radio. We have a couple of Kenwood speakers. Again, lights. There's lots and lots of lights. Again, that's where the money's going. Over an entry-level caravan, it has a lot of things you wouldn't see normally. So an example like you wouldn't see on an entry-level caravan is we have the blinds, which are better at cutting out the light than the cheaper blinds you get in other caravans. Coming round, we've got this space here, which is the piece de resistance, or the main point of the van. We've got 3 cubby holes that are on the top, which you obviously can access. You couldn't use them for when moving around storage because there is nothing on front of it. So there's some space in there. And we have Under here there isn't any storage because this is where we've got all the heating coming through. Just behind the cushion here, we've got under locker and another bigger under locker here. And you can probably see in the corner there, we have the alarm system. So it comes with an alarm and a tracker. Again, something you wouldn't see on an entry-level van. So we'll look at the piece de resistance in a second and how this comes down. Coming back, another curtain to go round the bed. And then we've got the kitchen in here, which is a really good size family kitchen. So we've got a nice big sink here. Again, in the kitchen, we've got 2 sockets up here. It's a little bit dark, can't get the lights on the van, it's not plugged in. A couple of switches. And what is quite nice is that you've actually got this, kind of backlit area here when it's on. Because we've got more of an L-shaped sort of kitchen, we've got space still to put the drainer down, but there's still going to be space at the back to put your kettle. Coming along here, we've got a Dometic dual burner hob, so we've got 3 burners and 1 electric in there. And underneath, a separate grill and an oven. Again, space at the bottom to put your pots and pans. Look at the top here, above the kitchen, we've got a microwave. On one side, a cupboard to put your cups. On the other side, a cupboard to put your plates in. And again, we can tell from here that we have a solar panel on the roof that's currently trying to charge the battery. Coming back again, something that you need with a large family van. We've got the very large fridge freezer here. So inside, we've got a very deep as well, which is good to see for a family. A very deep fridge here. And on the top, again, a freezer to put ice creams in. And to make sure we're not wasting any space, here Swift have also put in another little cupboard. Again, you can see the depth of that cupboard, which is excellent. On the other side, before we go too far back, so the kitchen's on that side, the kitchen's over there, is we have this very elegant looking wardrobe. And what I quite like is you've got these little handles. It doesn't just open, it's locked. You've got to twist the handle and then you get inside. So there's a rail coming forwards along here. You see that? Someone's got their coat in there, so I wonder who that would be. Swift have got a shelf in there, so porters making one vast space. Mirror in the middle. Yeah, that looks quite good. Shut aside. And again, the other side. So yes, again, like it isn't the cheapest, but you can kind of feel some nice green there. And that's where we've got our all-day wet central heating storage tank. We've got the aerial above, and we've got an amplifier and a splitter there for that. On the near side, opposite the kitchen, we have the bunks. The bunks are very wide, which I think is excellent. It's going to work really well for people. And we'll put on the screen in a second how big those bunks are. Another bunk up the top. Quite like the fact that this is fairly high, so if you've got younger children, they're not likely to roll out. It would have probably been nice to have seen Swift maybe put something there to stop the children on the bottom rolling out. Again, they have the kind of more expensive blinds. In the corner there, you can probably see they've got a reading light and 2 USBs and their own curtain. And again, in the bottom, this time we've got a plug socket and that. And again, what I like is in the corner, you can see there is a little shelf to put the children's tablets on or devices on, or whatever you want, maybe their book on. Underneath the bunks is storage. Again, it would have been nice maybe to have a pull down, well, because of the shape, it's not the easiest. Currently got the carpets on, but what you can see from there is that you can access that locker hatch from the outside. So a really well thought out van, and the space is very well used. So coming back to the back of the caravan, you'll notice that it's a little bit darker here, and that's because rather than having the roof light, we've got an Omni vent to take out those smells if you're cooking in the kitchen, which is as much more of a family van for the year round. We've got the door. You don't see many doors that I've got that kind of effect on. And even little things like the fact that, I don't even see there, the actual stopper there, which means that you're not going to bash the door against there. So there's those little things that just stop that from getting to there. And you come in the bathroom again, it is a luxurious bathroom. It really is well thought out. We've got a sink Again, I do like a sink like this because there's nowhere for it to go down the back. It's been well put together. A couple of cupboards. Not quite as deep because there's something in the back of there. But again, space to put your bits and pieces. Next away at the back there is the towel rail. Another splashback that's lit. And this is one interesting things. You've also got your speakers in the back. So while you're here, hello, you can still listen to the radio. That's a bit of an Andrew didn't impression, he doesn't mind too much. So we've still got our little radio speakers here so that we can listen to radio while we're in this section. Again, good to see an opaque window so you can't see through. There is some little shelving at the top here to put bits and pieces on. Again, couldn't use for transit, but great for just using. Again, more storage. So, you know, another storage cupboard here, even though there's plenty of storage in here anyway. Yeah, really well thought out. So on this side, under this black part here, we have a mirror. So a little shaving mirror there, which is a good idea. We have obviously toilet roll holders down here as well. And I said that lovely heater, so even if it is cold, you can still keep nice and warm. Into where the shower is, and I think this is really a van that you could use on a CL because it has a lovely size shower cubicle. Again, it's not the end of the world if the floor gets a bit wet because there's no wood in the floor. This is what we're paying for with this kind of van. And actually not just one but two plug holes. Again, well thought out. We've got space to put our shower gel on, and actually another one here to put bits and pieces on. We've got the camel shower head as well at the top, and a little hanging rail so you can use it. So, you know, all in all, the space in this caravan is really well thought out. And what you'll notice as you wander around is just lots of little details that you wouldn't see on a cheaper van. So yes, it is the cheapest van. It is 8 foot wide. It is meant for 6, and to be honest, it really does let us fit 6 in. So let's now get the bed down and show you what that looks like. So we're now going to take the bed down. You might not see me fully in the picture, but you see the idea of it. So what we've actually got is we take the cushions out of here. They can be placed on the floor or wherever. So under here, what we're going to do is twist this, and it should pull down. Got a little catch in here. And here we go, the bed is down. What you would do is you'd basically strap the bits and pieces on there. And it really is quite luxurious as well. Nice Duvet mattress in here, and something that you can't see, but we'll show you in a second, is even the thought about putting a cubby hole here so you can still charge your devices in there. To put it back up again, all we do is pick it up, push the little bit down here, push that back in, make sure it's clicked in, click these two bits back on, and there we go. Put the cushions back in any which way we want. Again, there is more storage, yes, more storage under here as well. So there you have it. This is the end of our review of this caravan. Yes, at £35,000, it is a significant amount of money. It does have a significant amount of space, being 8 foot wide, and it doesn't have, like I said, the floor, everything in here is, if even it does leak, it won't cause any damage because there is no wood parts inside the van apart from the cabinet, so it shouldn't really cause a lot of issues. You do get, for that £35,000, you also get a lifetime warranty if you're the first owner. So if you keep this van for 10 years, anything that kind of goes wrong in terms of the fabric of it, it gets repaired, and that's even longer than the 10-year standard you would get in other caravans. I did think that this might just be an okay van, and I am really, really impressed. Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of money. I would probably say it this time of year, and the dealerships are not like this, but there probably are some deals to be done. I'm down here, United British Caravans. I can't speak for the manager here, but I imagine there will be a bit of negotiation that price. And like I said, once you buy it, this is a caravan that could easily last you a good 10 years. And there are very few things that I look around and think, that hasn't been well designed. I think Swift have done a really good job of designing this van. So what we'll do is we'll put a couple of pictures outside because it's absolutely lashing down. It does have some good features outside, like we said. It's got the awning light. It has a fob for the alarm and the light. It has, on the roof, it has a solar panel. It has some vast space outside here. And it is a really good size caravan. And I would recommend that people come and see it, because yes, it's a lot of money, but you won't really notice the differences between this caravan and expensive caravan unless you come and see it. There's just so many small details that Swift have put a lot of time and effort to finding. So, you know, if you're in the local area northeast, come down to British Caravans, have a chat with them. There are a few online as well at other dealerships, and maybe this might be the caravan for you, because, you know, it has a pull down bed, it still has the bunks, it still has a really good sized kitchen, it has a massive fridge freezer, and it has a massive seating area around here as well. And we have the Aldi's central heating and the Swift command centre. There isn't many gadgets and gizmos that isn't on this van. The only thing that some people would have quite liked would have been the self-leveling. I appreciate why people like that, but you can buy leveling blocks relatively cheaply, and even up to twin axle you could go and buy something to fix that. So thank you for watching, and goodbye for now. Please give us a thumbs up. If you don't already, consider subscribing and hit the little bell icon so that you get notifications for that. And we'll all put some other links to videos that you could watch on our reviews. Bye for now.